Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/thepropshop. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hey Shop Rats, welcome to a very special edition of The Prop Shop, where the trailer for the new Star Wars movie just came out, and oh my gosh, it is so amazing.
Oh man, you have no idea how excited I am.
I don't even know what to say about
this.
Oh
my gosh, I'm shaking more than Peter Mayhew on stage right now. I'm so excited.
Wow,
yeah.
That's kind of rough.
Well, yeah.
So, if you don't want to know what's happening in this trailer, then you need to just not listen to this podcast.
Yeah, either that or just go watch the trailer.
I keep saying it's a teaser, not a trailer, but I keep calling it a trailer.
It's a trailer because it is technically a trailer. They're showing footage, but if you haven't seen the trailer, stop what you're doing right now. Put us on pause and go watch it. Seriously.
It is so fantastic. So it starts off with this incredible sweeping, panning through the desert on some kind of speeder or something.
I think it's the what was it? The Jello pudding pop.
The fudgesicle.
The Jello pudding pop. Yeah.
Oh, and then you just see this destroyed X-wing stuck in the sand,
and then a freaking Star Destroyer, man.
I know.
That was so cool.
I was so I'm worried about. I think they got the scaling right, probably.
They did,
but I was just like, oh, geez.
I'm pretty sure they got it right. That thing was massive, though.
It is. It's huge.
It's I really don't think you never actually see someone standing next to it or see the scale. I don't think of just how big these things are, and then you see this little tiny speeder, and then a Star Destroyer in the background. And the thing's absolutely massive in the background. It's how big is that thing? Good Lord.
It's huge, and it's been a while too, because we know from the panel discussion that happened today at Celebration that the main girl Ren,
something like that.
She's a scavenger, so that's more than likely that might be her going across the oasis.
Yeah, it's not an oasis; it's the desert.
The desert.
Yeah, just a wasteland. Really, what it would be.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's been in there scavenging before, or she's about to go there.
Absolutely. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Oh, God, that is so cool.
Yeah.
And just seeing how big and how far into the sand that thing is, too.
Yeah.
That must have... If there was any civilization around that area, they're dead.
Oh, yeah. So it's
played it simple.
Yeah, the explosion would have knocked everybody out when that thing fell from orbit. So... I just want to say, the scene where I'm going further into the trailer. I know we kind of.
I have the teaser up in front.
Okay, so you're just kind of going in order.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna say something about the end, but we'll save it. So.
Okay, and then it fades to black, and then Mark Hamill starts talking to us.
Which I fangirl squeed.
No, I freaked out when the Vader skull.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that thing is just burnt and destroyed.
Well, it's from the funeral pyre.
You think Luke went back to keep it?
I think he kept it. I think he honestly, I believe that he stayed until that thing died down, or until the fire died, and he picked it up and kept it.
Because that thing is terrifying looking.
It's cool looking though. At the same time, it's of course, I would have expected him to keep it.
Well, yeah, me too. Well, I guess I never really thought about it.
See, because that's one of the things. I kind of always wondered, did he keep it? And in the back of my mind, I'm like, of course he kept it. It's if it wasn't destroyed, in the fire, if it wasn't completely destroyed. The thing, it's still, very much so, destroyed. But it's I always kind of assumed that he would have kept it, just to remind him, this is
of the path that could happen.
Yeah,
Oh, but that thing is so terrifying but awesome looking at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it literally looks like a melted skull.
Yeah.
Because the vents in the front look like the teeth, and then you have the one eye blown out, and the whole thing's melted. Oh, man.
So, oh my gosh.
And there's the breathing in the background you hear.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And then, okay, so do you... who's touching R2-D2?
I think that was Luke.
You think that's
I do
Luke?
think that was Luke, because he, did lose that hand.
Right, but it would assume it's Luke because he said, "And I was strong in it," and then he touches it.
Yeah, I mean it was his hand. It was his robot hand. I believe.
But I don't think it's Luke.
I think it is. I strongly believe that it is Luke.
See, that's what I thought originally, but then I was like, no, it can't be him. And the only reason I say that is because the hand is completely different.
Well, yeah, but I mean, maybe it,
like it's very robotic.
Yeah,
this
maybe
time. It's not like covered up in the skin or.
Yeah,
whatever.
well, I'm thinking maybe that doesn't, or maybe it decayed over time. Maybe it wasn't actually like a synthetic, or not synthetic, a organic material like that. Maybe it was a synthetic that decayed over time, and it just left the endoskeleton, I guess you could say.
Interesting.
So,
see, I think it might be. I think it's either Luke or Luke's kid.
I don't know. I mean, they did say that it was. I think he did hint towards he did have a kid at that point. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's what really excites me. I think that's going to be really cool.
So, okay, that was another thing. Right after he says, "I have it," he said, "My sister has it," and then hands somebody a lightsaber.
That's Princess.
So, are
that's
we
Leia.
Assuming that's going to be Leia?
That is Leia. Yeah,
getting Jedi training.
That's
or
Leia.
Had Jedi training.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Leia. Or maybe she doesn't have Jedi training. Maybe she doesn't. I don't know. But lightsaber. I mean, anyone I think can wield a lightsaber. Honestly, I mean,
it depends on what Disney goes with for this.
Maybe, I don't know. Because, I mean, I'm assuming that, a lightsaber, it's just a weapon. Anybody can pick one up. Like kind of like a sword. Anybody can pick one up. Yeah, you got to have some sort of training to use it. But, I mean, if you can activate it, I mean, you can, like, swing it around,
See, that's always been a debate in the Star Wars universe.
Maybe it's, like, powered by the Force or something.
Well, there was some lore that only Force-sensitive people could get it to activate. But then they're like, well, Han Solo can do it, and he doesn't believe in the Force, but he might have it, and blah, blah, blah. There's just a lot of content.
Han Solo can do it, but he doesn't believe in the Force. Okay, after all you've been through, you don't believe in the Force? Are you kidding me?
So. Well, it was one of those things where he does believe in it, quote unquote, but he doesn't
acknowledge it. Like, yeah, okay.
Because he's always like that hokey religion or whatever in the first movie.
Yeah. So.
Okay, and then you have that power too, talking to the sun, and this is this Christmas.
Okay, no.
And then the X-Wings, all of them just
that was incredible.
Coming out of the water, or are they just really
they're just really low. They weren't coming out of the water.
Okay.
So I wouldn't expect them to be able to, work underwater.
Right.
So.
But they are a new model.
They are, and I'm really excited to see some of those. One of them is black. It looks cool.
Okay, yeah, they were just skimming the top.
Yeah.
I did a little quick frame by frame.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that the first time.
What?
Right after they skim the top of the water, there's a very quick clip of the Sith with his broadsword. Is that what we're calling it? The broadsword?
Yeah.
The tooth. There's a quick clip of him swinging it down on somebody in like a fiery atmosphere.
Yeah. That was so cool. It's like that's the first good look at Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
So that's what I was really excited about. That you got to see a lot more of him, and you got to see his face this time around. Well, quote unquote face, but
which one's Kylo Ren?
The crossguard saber guy.
Okay.
Yeah, the bad guy.
We haven't seen his face yet. In that 1 second right there, it was just him swinging.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's later on.
Yeah, I'm talking about later on the trailer though. But.
And then, so it's very interesting where that stormtrooper that we seen in the first teaser.
Yeah.
He either gone rogue or he was never actually a stormtrooper because
they talked about it.
In this teaser, he's working with Rey?
Somebody. I can't remember their names now. I don't know. Maybe, I don't remember their names. But, yeah, they talked about it in the panel that he. Well,
they didn't really confirm or deny anything.
Well, he kind of they kind of looked around and then the actor went, yeah. So he's like, "Are you a stormtrooper?" And yeah. And then JJ smacked him on the arm, like, "No, why'd you say that?"
This is my favorite thing right here, and I didn't catch all the details until I just freeze framed it right now. So it's the like Imperial Academy looking scene.
Oh yeah.
And so there's all the stormtroopers there, looking cool as ever.
Yeah.
There's like one or two of those new flamethrower troopers.
Yes.
Who are just, I see them chilling in the background there, and they're on a snow planet.
Huh.
So
I didn't know they were on a snow planet. I didn't catch that.
Or they're high up in the mountains. One of the
I
two,
didn't catch
because
that
it's
part,
rocky
yeah.
and snowy.
Okay.
But that banner just looks so cool.
That-
but it's a new symbol
yeah.
too, so that means a new regime for the Imperials.
Maybe
I
a
guess?
new Imperial, thing. I don't know. It looks really cool. It resembles the old Imperial symbol.
like an updated version.
Yeah, it's very,
yeah.
very much so updated. It looks like, but it does resemble the original Imperial.
But there's like
thing.
AA guns all over this mountainside too.
Yeah, so maybe it's some. I don't know if it's maybe an Imperial thing or maybe it's just
something, because there's a guy in the center stage like addressing everyone.
Yeah, maybe it's the start of a new empire. I don't know.
Oh, and dude, these new TIE fighters are kicking.
Oh man,
they're black
yeah.
with the white solar panels.
Yeah, it's crazy. It looks amazing.
Yeah, those are so cool.
Yeah. Oh, so are you at the part that I was going to talk about at the beginning now? In the trailer?
I'm not sure yet. Okay. Oh, there's the hangar.
Okay.
Okay. So there was just a ship in the hangar blowing up the TIE fighter. So there was some kind of rogue element to it right there. Yeah. And what are these new ships? Like, are you on the trailer?
I am
right now?
I am now.
Go to 119.
119.
It's like a new capital ship and some new transport ships, I think. And there's this really long like W or V wing.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get a good glimpse of this the first time.
That looks like a looks kind of like the transport or the shuttle from
without
the top
without
the top thing,
but with a longer wingspan.
Yeah,
too.
with a longer wingspan and without the top little fin. I don't know what you'd call that. I'm really more interested about the things escorting it. What are those?
The bread barges? That's what I'm going to call
The bread barges?
The bread barges. Because they look like a loaf.
Yeah, they kind of do. They look like mini Star Destroyers almost, actually. Like really, really tiny ones, maybe for like 2 or 3 people.
But they're like thick, so it kind of reminds me of like a bathtub or a bread loaf.
Yeah. Okay, this next part coming up. That excites me.
The black chrome stealth,
the chrome
with the cape
and the rifle. That looks amazing. I remember like seeing concept art of this guy from before the trailer or for the first teaser came out, and I'm like, well, why wasn't he in the thing? Maybe it was just a fan thing. Maybe it wasn't real, and now we know it's real, and it looks sick.
So to get some real words in there, it's a new like black chrome stormtrooper with a black red cape.
Yeah.
And a heavy-looking blaster.
Yeah.
Oh, it is so cool.
Okay.
And
what?
And then that
BB-8 that
on stage.
I
was like, oh my god!
And everybody's over here wondering like how they did it. I have a basic idea of how they did it.
I don't have a clue.
Think of it like I'm wanting to say it's kind of like a Segway. It uses gyros inside to keep the dome upright. Because that would make sense, but
the dome had a fairly large radius on stage.
Yeah, I mean the thing was half the size of R2-D2, which I'm surprised at how big that thing was.
Yeah,
it was much bigger than we thought it was in the first trailer. It looked almost like it was the size of maybe a small printer or like a computer monitor or something. It looked really small, and then now we see the thing, and it's huge.
So on this next scene here, at like around 126, are they going through a Rebel transport ship engines, or is this an Imperial ship?
That looks almost. Oh gosh, what does that look like?
Because of the tri-engines at the top center, it makes me want to think some kind of Imperial transport ship or blockade runner.
Maybe, I don't know. It looks like they did say that a lot of this some of this is like in a ship graveyard almost.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking. Is that an old TIE fighter at the bottom of there. No, that's not an old TIE fighter. That's just part of the wreckage. So it could very well be Imperial. I don't know. Of course, that scene where they fly through the engine, it's incredible.
Yeah, at like 128, you get a new glimpse of the new TIE
pilots, which I think look a little better than the original ones. I think
it looks. I need to see it more because to me this looks very odd.
I think it looks cool
because he has like a very gas mask front.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and then
they kind of have to, I'd suppose.
And it almost looks like he has like spikes on his head, but it might just be some bad motion blur or something.
The spikes on his head, that's the seat. That's the seat, like the headrest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the headrest. Oh, no, maybe it's not. No, it isn't. That's part of the helmet. Huh, weird.
And then it fades to black, and then Harrison Ford and Chewie are
I know.
Oh, God. And then it cuts to the title sequence. Yeah. Oh, man. December, Christmas.
Oh, my gosh. That
is going to be so good.
Yeah. And then, okay, they just have I just see a picture now of the full Stormtrooper armor on display. Yeah. And
that thing's actually surprisingly detailed.
That's the group or the company that makes the costume replicas has it, and they're making it.
Oh, nice.
So you're probably going to be able to buy this soon from them.
But yeah, when they were on stage, they looked way more detailed than those pictures we've seen from the early Celebration panels.
Yeah, so I mean, I expect to see the 501st pumping these things out very soon.
Oh yeah.
So, because I mean, the amount of they pretty much, I'm pretty sure they did that just so the 501st can get like all the references that they can.
Oh, I don't even know what to. I was telling everyone from the beginning, don't be worried about the new Star Wars.
Yeah,
trust in JJ.
Yeah.
And oh my God, is that spectacular?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I also like the new look for the X-wing pilots.
Yeah.
So yeah,
cool.
I like it looks more.
It seems very bulky in the chest area, though.
Which is good because I mean it's got like the instrument panel, the vest. It looks more like something a pilot would wear. Yeah. I mean in the original it looks fine. I mean it just looks more like it's a piece of cloth or a piece of fabric just on there. Right. It doesn't serve much purpose. This looks like it actually holds something. It's for it's actually there to do something.
And the more I see the new X-wing helmets, the more I like those too.
Yeah, those look really cool. I like that they kept the original design, but they look more like modern pilot helmets than anything. So it's cool. It's really cool.
And watching this live during the panel stream, that was the first time any type of like trailer or movie made tears come out of my eyes. That's how amazing and excited and happy I was to see this thing.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably pissed off the people underneath me, or like I probably really? Or in the apartment below me because I was jumping up and down like in excitement. Of course, then my chest started to cramp up, and I'm like, oh great, I'm having a heart attack now. And
oh god,
yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, why at this point?
It doesn't help that you down like a pot of coffee.
Well, I didn't down. Either. It was more like how many ounces of this is, I don't know. I've got a big beer stein full of coffee.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of a cup and a half maybe. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, so I've been drinking that, but yeah, I'm pretty I'm pumped. Let's talk a minute about Peter Mayhew's lightsaber cane.
That that was sweet.
That was pretty funny. I didn't.
This teaser was amazing.
Yeah. So,
and we'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this and your opinions and outlook.
Yeah.
So if you want to send in your opinions on this teaser, please send them at UnitedPropBuilders@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And we will probably discuss them on the next actual episode.
Yeah, this is just
the prop shop.
Yeah, absolutely. So
until next time, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to The Prop Shop, the #1 podcast for your shop. Help support the podcast by leaving a rating and review on iTunes and Stitcher, and be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/UnitedPropBuilders.